goes on inside the mind of your cat? You've seen it happen. Your cat stares at a blank wall for 20 minutes straight, then sprints across the room at 3 in the morning for absolutely no reason. You call their name and they completely ignore you. But drop a bag of treats on the other side of the house and they materialize instantly. So what is actually happening inside that fluffy little skull? Today we are going deep inside the feline mind, and what scientists have discovered will genuinely surprise you. Let's start with something that might sting a little. Your cat knows you exist. They know your voice, your smell, your schedule. But here's the wild part. When researchers played recordings of cat owners calling their pets by name, the cats responded with ear movements, tail flicks, and dilated pupils. They absolutely recognized the voice. They just chose not to come. This is not stupidity. This is not indifference. This is a deliberate decision made by an animal with a surprisingly sophisticated brain. The cat brain is structured very similarly to the human brain. They have the same emotional processing regions, including the amygdala, which handles fear and pleasure. They produce the same neurochemicals we do, including dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Cats even experience something resembling the emotional states of joy, frustration, boredom, and affection. The architecture of feeling is all there. They just express it on their own terms. Now let's talk about how cats actually perceive the world, because this changes everything. A cat's vision is built for one primary purpose: hunting. Their eyes are enormous relative to their skull size, designed to detect the slightest movement in dim lighting. They can see in roughly 1/6 of the light a human needs to see clearly. But here's the trade-off. Their daytime color vision is actually less vibrant than ours. The world appears to them in muted blues and yellows, somewhat similar to the vision of a person who is red-green color blind. So that bright red toy you bought, your cat probably sees it as something closer to gray. But where cats absolutely dominate is in hearing. Their ears can rotate up to 180 degrees independently, acting like two separate satellite dishes scanning the environment simultaneously. They can detect frequencies well beyond human range, which is exactly why your cat sometimes stares intensely at walls or ceilings. There is likely a mouse, an insect, or some other creature moving in spaces you cannot see and cannot hear. Your cat is not crazy. Your cat is locked onto a frequency you do not have access to. And then there is smell. A cat's sense of smell is somewhere between 14 and 20 times more powerful than ours. This is why your cat sniffs everything you bring into the house. Every new object carries a story written in scent. Other animals, other humans, other environments. Your cat is reading that information like a detailed report. The slow blink your cat gives you sometimes, that is a sign of deep trust, but the nose is doing the real intelligence work constantly, building a scent map of their entire world. Now here is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Cats think in a very present-focused way. Unlike dogs who have been selectively bred over thousands of years to read and respond to human social cues, cats domesticated themselves. They chose to live near humans because humans created grain stores attracted rodents, and rodents were food. The relationship was always a negotiation, not submission. This is why cats maintain such strong independence. Biologically and evolutionarily, they never needed to fully defer to us. But make no mistake, cats do form genuine emotional bonds. Studies using secure attachment measurements, similar to those used with human infants, found that cats show real signs of attachment to their owners. When a familiar human leaves the room, cats display stress behaviors. When they return, cats show measurable signs of comfort. Your cat is not just tolerating your presence. They have categorized you as safe, important, and emotionally significant. So why does your cat knock things off tables? This one drives people crazy, but the answer is elegant. Cats are hardwired to investigate objects using their paws. Pushing something to observe how it moves, where it goes, and how you react is information gathering. It is also play behavior. And crucially, if you react with noise or attention, you have just rewarded that behavior neurologically. Your cat has trained you to respond. Let that sink in for a second. The midnight zoomies, that sudden explosive burst of energy at 2 in the morning, is also deeply explained by cat neurology. Cats are crepuscular, meaning their natural activity peaks happen at dawn and dusk. Their bodies are calibrated for explosive short bursts of hunting energy followed by long rest periods. When your indoor cat is calm and still all day, that energy has to go somewhere. The zoomies are a pressure release valve built into a predator brain that is slightly bored but very much alive. Purring is another layer of complexity. Cats purr not only when they are happy. They also purr when they are anxious, injured, or trying to self-soothe. The frequency of a cat's purr between 25 and 150 Hz has been linked in research to promoting healing in bones and tissue. It is possible that purring evolved partly as a biological self-repair mechanism. Your cat cuddled on your lap and purring might be healing themselves while simultaneously making you feel calm. That is a genuinely beautiful piece of biology. What your cat ultimately wants from life is not complicated. Safety, predictability, territory that feels secure, stimulation that matches their predator instincts, and connection with beings they have decided to trust. The mystery and the aloofness are not emotional walls. They are the operating system of an animal that chose independence and has maintained it for thousands of years. Your cat is not ignoring you. They are simply living inside a perceptual and emotional world that runs on entirely different frequencies than yours. And every once in a while, when they choose to curl up next to you, they are making one of the most deliberate decisions an independent animal can make. They are choosing you. And honestly, knowing everything we now know about what goes on inside that feline mind, that choice feels pretty remarkable.